sharks out here. So without further ado, here is Gabby.
Hey everyone, my name is Gabby. Like Katie just said, I am a student at Otterbein University. I'm studying zoo and conservation science. So that's why I'm going to be the one talking to you today. So welcome to Columbus Zoo's Discovery Reef. All of the fish that you're seeing in here today are from the Indo-Pacific region of the world, which is just below India into Southeast Asia. Can even get as south as Australia. So it's a pretty big region of the world. The tank that you're looking at is pretty big. It holds 85,000 gallons of water, and to make that water salty, they have to add 14 tons of salt to it. The tank is 65 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 13 feet deep. Instead of glass, it's actually made out of acrylic, which is super important because all the fish that you're seeing are the same size as they actually are, whereas with glass, they would look like they were a different size. So our diver is the same size as you're seeing as well. Her name is Bones, and she's actually a volunteer here. So twice a day we have volunteer scuba divers come in to the tanks to help with feeding and cleaning. They'll also inspect some of the coral to make sure that it's all still safe for our fish. She is wearing a wetsuit. The water is kept at a nice warm 76 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. But she will still lose a lot of body heat just because the water is colder than her body, which is why she's going to be wearing that wetsuit. You may also see that she's picking up some clamshells, and again, that's just to make sure that our tank is being kept nice and clean for the fish. It's super important that we have divers coming in because she's going to help to make sure that the fish all get to eat. So if we just threw all the food in from the top, some of them would get in there really quick and eat all the food and others wouldn't have a chance. So that's part of why she's in there. And pretty soon you're going to start to see her feeding them. So you're going to start to see that Bones is pulling some food out of that bag. They dropped it down earlier just so that she could pick it up when she got to the bottom. And she's going to pull out a variety of different foods. So in a second we're going to start to see what she's feeding them. But obviously you can tell the fish know that she's getting ready to feed them because they're all getting real excited. Bones is feeding our fish peas, but just like you guys, they don't actually eat the same thing all day, every day, because they need a variety of foods to get all the proper nutrients. So today they're eating peas, but other days you might see them eating corn. They'll also get other types of food, so I don't know if you can see at the top of the tank there's a pole hanging down with a cucumber tied to it. Some days that will be other types of vegetables like lettuce, but that's for our grazers who like to eat throughout the day. So that's there pretty often, and then right now they're getting the peas. So you might notice that shark is getting real excited. That is a zebra shark, which I know sounds kind of deceptive because of the spots. But our zebra sharks are super curious, and so that's why she's going down there to visit Bones. There actually are two other zebra sharks, but they're not currently in the tank because of their curiosity. They have been moved into a separate tank, especially for feeding. We want to make sure that everyone's getting a chance to eat. If you look towards the bottom of the tank, you might see a bamboo shark. They don't actually often come out for us to see them, so it's kind of exciting that you'll get to see them today. Right now, Bones is feeding out chunks of fish, so they will get different kinds of fish or mussels, depending on the day. And she's going to be feeding that out to all of the different fish because they're not all vegetarian, so some of them will be eating the vegetables, but some of them are going to be eating the meat as well. Something that's really awesome about the Columbus Zoo is that all the fish that she is feeding, all the chunks of meat, is all obtained from sustainable sources. And you guys can actually get your seafood from sustainable sources if you like to eat seafood at home using the app Seafood Watch. And I definitely would recommend that because it's a great way to make sure that you're getting your seafood from a place that's benefiting the environment. While Bones is pulling out our next food item, I want to tell you guys a little bit more about the tank. So as you can see, there's a lot of coral in there, but that coral is actually not real. Coral is an animal, not a plant, even though it is mostly stationary throughout its life. And you might notice that towards the right side of the tank, if you're looking at it, the coral is a lot more dense. That's also the shallower area of the tank. So if you come down towards the deeper end, there's going to be less coral, and that's because in the wild, coral needs a lot of light to grow. Part of why we have fake coral instead of real coral is because it is endangered in the wild, so we definitely don't want to be taking that from the wild, and it's also very hard to grow in captivity because they're very sensitive to the different water conditions. You can also benefit coral in the wild by paying attention to how much carbon dioxide you're using. Ways that you can change that are by carpooling to work or to school every day, and setting your thermostat 2 degrees warmer in the summer or 2 degrees cooler in the winter. Having a lot of carbon dioxide in the air, the carbon dioxide actually goes into the water and causes the water to become more acidic, and that is not healthy for our coral, which is part of why coral is becoming endangered in the wild. And just like Katie told us before, Bones can see you just like you can see her, so yeah, feel free to wave at her. One thing that you might have seen just come out of the container that Bones opened is a lot of krill. Krill is a very small animal, so if you didn't see it, don't worry, it was still there. There are a lot of fish that eat krill, which is this very small animal. They eat a lot of it, and they'll do it by sucking a bunch of water into their mouth and then filtering the water out, and the food stays in their mouth, and that's how they do that. To point out some of the fish that you might be seeing. So I did talk about a couple of the sharks that you might have seen, but you might be noticing these small little sharks with black tips on the ends of their fins, and their heads kind of look like baby hammerhead sharks. They are a cousin of the hammerhead shark. They are called the bonnet heads, and they were actually probably fed before the diver went into the tank because they eat a lot of shellfish. You might also be seeing a fish with a big horn. That's called the white unicorn fish. And fun fact about them, scientists don't actually know exactly why they have that horn. It could be to sense light, it could be to sense electricity, but they're not entirely sure. You also might be noticing a lot of dory fish swimming around. They are called palate surgeons. But a lot of people do refer to them as dories because of the movie Finding Nemo. If you want to find Nemo, they are over on towards the right side of the tank, underneath the submarine. So you can go and look for them over there. Thank you guys so much for your time. I'm going to pass you back over to Katie and enjoy the rest of your day at the Columbus Zoo.